Some journeys require an airplane, others require a passport, but some only require an open heart because there are places that can transport us to another country without crossing a single border. Places where the music, the colors, the aromas, and the architecture make us feel as if we're walking through a town square in Mexico. Today we're visiting one of those places, a corner of Southern California where traditions are still alive, where families gather to celebrate their culture, and where every detail reminds us that our roots never truly disappear. Welcome to Plaza México. Located in the city of Lynwood, Plaza México was created with a very special vision, not simply to build another shopping center, but to create a place where millions of people could feel a little closer to their roots. From the moment you walk through the entrance, it's impossible not to notice the inspiration drawn from traditional Mexican colonial architecture. The cobblestone streets, the colorful facades, the fountains, the balconies, and of course, the breathtaking replica of the Angel of Independence, one of the most iconic monuments in Mexico City. But Plaza Mexico is much more than a beautiful place to take pictures. It is a gathering place for the community, a place where culture continues to thrive every single day. As we walk through its streets, it's easy to forget, even for a moment, that we're still in California. Every building seems carefully designed to capture the spirit of different cities throughout Mexico. The warm colors, the open plazas, the benches, the gardens, everything invites you to slow down, to observe, to appreciate. Every corner seems intentionally designed to awaken memories. For some visitors, it represents nostalgia. For others, pride. And for those who have never visited Mexico, it becomes a beautiful window into a culture rich in history and tradition. It's no surprise that so many people come here simply to walk around, because sometimes a place can become a feeling. Without a doubt, one of Plaza Mexico's biggest attractions is its incredible food. Here, you'll find everything from traditional Mexican street food to family-owned restaurants that have preserved recipes passed down from generation to generation. The aroma of freshly made tortillas, the sweet bread, the tacos, fresh aguas frescas, every flavor tells a story. But Plaza Mexico is also home to hundreds of local small businesses, clothing boutiques, handcrafted goods, traditional products, jewelry stores, community services. Every business adds life to the plaza and demonstrates how culture also strengthens the local economy. One of the most special aspects of Plaza Mexico is its cultural events. Here, younger generations have the opportunity to experience traditions their parents or grandparents once enjoyed in Mexico, and those who came to the United States many years ago find a place where they can once again hear familiar songs, enjoy beloved flavors, and reconnect with traditions that are part of who they are. Culture isn't preserved only in museums, it also lives in places like this, in conversations, in food, in music, and in families who choose to spend a Sunday afternoon together. Now I'd like to ask you a question. What place reminds you most of your country or your roots? And if you're from Mexico, which part of Plaza México made you feel closest to home? Share your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to read your stories. Perhaps the greatest lesson Plaza México teaches us is that culture knows no borders. It travels with people, with their memories, their recipes, their songs, their traditions. And although distance may separate cities and countries, places like this keep alive the things we carry in our hearts. Today, we walked through streets inspired by Mexico without ever leaving California. We discovered that architecture can tell stories, that food can awaken memories, and that a united community can preserve its identity for generations. Because in the end, traveling doesn't always mean going thousands of miles away. Sometimes it simply means opening our eyes and discovering that the most extraordinary stories can be found much closer than we ever imagined. Thank you so much for joining me on another adventure. I'll see you at our next destination, where together we'll continue discovering the places that make California a state filled with history, culture, and unforgettable experiences.